Hey Taurus, it's Nicola. So this is your weekly read. This will be for November the 16th through the 22nd. Let's get started with your blessings. Okay, so we got 3 this week. So the first blessing we have is from Sri Raha, the Supreme Goddess. And the blessings you have is faith in the power of love, ability to win the heart of one's beloved, increased devotion and attainment of divine love, and liberation from the pains of thwarted love. Okay. The next card of blessing we have is from Yamuna Devi, the goddess of purification. So the blessings we have are self-purification, joy of divine playfulness, absorption in spiritual truth, and attachment to God's personal form. Okay. And the next message we have is from Bhadra Kali, the goddess of darkness. And the blessings we have are worldly power, earthly enjoyment, fearlessness in battle, and access to feminine powers and virtue. Okay. All right, so let's see what angel messages we have. A couple fell, and then all of them fell. So we're going to take what came. The first message we have is ask your angel. So you guys, if you're, feeling lost, you're feeling like you need some sort of guidance, instead of, looking externally, ask your angels and allow them to send you the messages necessary. It's so bright. I'm so sorry. Nothing I can really do about this. It's sun out. All right, so the next message we have is peaceful resolution. So for some of you guys, it could be dealing with something in your life that could have been a conflict, that could have been a challenge. There could be a peaceful resolution. Things could ease over. We have, ease over real good. We got big happy changes. So for some of you guys, there's a lot of changes that are happening. Yes, be happy about those changes. Could be romantic changes. So that's good. For some of you guys, for others of you, it just could be big happy changes. You're being prompted to not stop. So whatever you're doing, keep moving forward. Reconsider something, or you're being told to reconsider taking some sort of action, but you're being prompted to look for signs. So again, if you're looking for a sign, ask for those signs, and look out for them. I know a lot of times people are like, oh, you crazy, you get some signs. Fuck them folks. They crazy for not looking for signs. You feel me? All right. So let's get started with, y'all, my OCD kicked in that quick while I was talking. Anyway, let's see what messages we have. We have the Magician here. So some of you guys, I do feel like you're in a space here of needing to take some sort of action. All right. There's a transformation that's happening. I feel like your perspective is changing. For some of you guys, there's something that has been sacrificed. There's a sacrifice that has been made in order for you to manifest something. So, and it's normal. You know how when you're fasting, you know how people fast, like some people fast for a husband or a wife, or fast for a job, or, fast just for prayer, or fast as in for devotion. You could be in a space of energetically fasting, meaning you could be in suspension, sacrificing either your time, energy, or something in order for a manifestation to come through. With the Death card, it's definitely some sort of transformation. So let's see here, Magician here. Why is the Magician here? We have the Page of Swords here with the Nine of Pentacles here. So I feel like, you've manifested something. But Page of Swords can sometimes be a delay in the manifestation, not because you're not confident. So some of you guys, you're needing to change your perspective in order for things to change. That's what has to be sacrificed. Your ego has to be sacrificed. In a balanced way. I'm not telling you to get rid of all of your ego-based feelings, because you're never going to be able to get rid of them, but I am telling you to balance them out so that they do not become an issue for you. All right, so that the triggers don't allow you to second guess yourself or what you've brought into your life. So with Hangman here, I do feel like there's a transformation that's happening. Eight of Pentacles here. Yeah, something that you've invested in. So underneath here, there's conflict. For a lot of you guys, you're conflicted in seeing the bigger picture here. So you may be in suspension. You could be conflicted about seeing the bigger picture, especially if this has to do with your work. Let me tell you something about Taurus. When we don't see like the fruits of our labors as we're planting the motherfucking seeds, we do get in a space of being conflicted, because you're talking about our foundation, you're talking about our money, you're talking about our stability, and stability is the most important thing to a Taurus. I mean, you got to look at it, you know, symbolically or whatever. We're a cow, and we need the foundation, which is the abundance of the earth, in order for us to graze and be comfortable. So of course we want, or we're a bull, so of course we want to be fucking comfortable. You feel me? And if you feel like what you've invested in, what you've manifested, you feel like there's a delay to you being able to nurture those seeds, that is what you need to change your perspective on. Because technically, Eight of Pentacles, if you're working on what you've invested in, you may not be getting coins, your flowers may not have bloomed yet, but if you've done the work, you've planted the seeds, you've nurtured and you've pruned what you planted, you need to be in the space of trusting that what you planted is going to bloom into what you've sacrificed your time and energy for. So for a lot of you guys, this is something that you've been working on, you've been investing in, you've been pruning, you've been doing what you're supposed to do, you've manifested this, but the delay is you're not comfortable in what you've manifested. That needs to end. Why is the Death card here? Six of Wands here with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, shit me. Some of you guys need to find the strength to remove this Eight of Swords energy right here. Six of Wands. The victory is breaking the cycle of mental interference. That's the victory. That's what you're winning. Peace of mind by understanding I did what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Like, okay, put it like this. When you go to school, or I ain't gonna say when you go to school, because, you know, sometimes teachers be fucked up, but say for instance you go work, you go clock in and you put your 8 hours, 10 hours, however work, 12 hours, however fucking long you work, you know, on your shift, you put your time in, you go home, you do this 5 days a week, full 40 hour, 40 plus hour. When it's time for your check, you expect that you're going to get what you've worked for, because you've invested your time and energy into what you want. That's the same thing when it goes to manifestations, relationships, jobs, friendships, even your just perspective about your life. If you're living correctly, you're making the correct decisions, you're on the correct path. Okay. And it's not about, when you question yourself about it, it's not about your ego affecting this, because your ego, this is what's affecting this, not your ego. It's not about your ego affecting your manifestations. You feel me? I'm sorry. It is about your ego affecting your manifestations, but it's about controlling that, understanding I did what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Okay. It's about looking at it in that perspective. Like I said, when you work, you do your 40 plus hours and you wait for your fucking check. If your boss don't come with a check, you got a problem, right? You're like, hey, I did what the fuck I was supposed to do your part. You have to have that same trust in God. When you do what you're supposed to do in your path, you have to trust that everything that I work for is going to come back. The only difference between working at a job and working for God, or working in your own manifestations in your spiritual or energetic types of you know, manifestations, the only difference is you work on divine timing. Because unlike your boss might pay, listen, when you go work for your boss, you go clock in, they pay you for them 40 hours. When he give you that check, he don't give a fuck what you do with that. He don't give a fuck if you pay your bills, you don't pay your bills. He don't fuck if you go, you know, trick it off on a prostitute. He don't care what you do with your money. You know, all he cares is that you gave him what he required, which was your time. Now, when you're working for God, he cares, because what he's going to give you is not just that 40-hour, $400, $500, $600 check. No, what he's going to give you is 10, 20, 30, 40 times more than that. And he's not going to give you the money. He's going to give you the house. He's going to give you the car. He's going to give you the love. He's going to give you the kids. He's going to give you the life. He's going to give you the rainbows, the stars, the goddamn universe. If you trust that you have done what you're supposed to be doing, and you trust that he's going to do what he's supposed to be doing, because he's done it so far, you're here. So, you know, like, change your perspective about what's changing in your life. What you've manifested is happening. It may not happen how you envisioned it to happen, but it's happening. All right. So a lot of you guys, you really, I feel like, need to sacrifice your fears, your ego, that boxed way of thinking. All right, and look at here. You deserve love. Release your ex. Release your ex does not mean, now some of you guys might need to release an ex. If you got an ex lurking around, you know it ain't no fucking good, let that motherfucker go. But you see what it says here? The time has come to clear your energy. When it says clear your energy, it's not about, now you may need to clear people out of your energy, but you deserve love. So understand, I deserve love. I've done what I've done to get the love that I deserve. Remove all that extra shit, all the drama, all the anxiety, all the cruelty of the mind. Like, allow yourself to be fucking happy. Even if this is in a relationship, allow yourself to be fucking happy. Whatever anxieties you have about where you are, you wherever the fuck you're supposed to be. I don't care if you got 2 cents in the bank or 2 million in the bank. You are where you're supposed to be. All right, so let's see what we have for our Moonology cards. The first card we have, look at here. Prosperity lies ahead. So for those of you, this is about your job, what you've invested, your career, if this is a self-employment. Listen, shit, there we go. How the fuck am I gonna get this to show? Well, that works. Prosperity lies ahead. I just put my hand over the fucking camera and made it do what it do. So for some of you guys in New Moon and Taurus, this is like a new existence for you, new feelings, new moon in your sign. So those are new feelings, new everything, new. All right, so the next message we have, step out of your comfort zone. So for a lot of you guys, this is about really trusting that I've done what I need to do and allowing myself to be comfortable. Because, you know, us not worrying, we're comfortable worrying. We're Taurus because, you know, we want things to be stable. When they're not, we're just going to worry until it gets there. Be comfortable. Step out of your comfort zone. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, there's something bigger that you're needing to be focused on. And it does require you to put an end to your ego, your fears, the things that restrict you. So the first message we have, new beginning. What I fucking say? Okay. So I feel like, ooh. It says a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Okay. So there is a new beginning here. I got kind of... It says emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception. But they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Okay. So some of you guys are holding on to some past memories that are fucking with you in your life now in regards to maybe connections that you have or even just what you believe. So you have criticizing one another. God damn, I can't talk today. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So if you're in a relationship, this is about really, you know, removing all the extra shit and just accepting each other as you are so that you can transform your relationship. With sacred union, it says honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So get rid of all the rah-rah. Says laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember love is the greatest healer. I like that. So in closing, your messages are personal transformation, energetic movement, and generosity. So for a lot of you guys, you're going to be receiving some things in with generosity. There can be a lot of shifts that are happening. It's good shifts. So this is all I have. Until next time.